Hey everyone, this is Laura from Laura's Opinionated. Sorry it's been a while since I posted. I've just been busy with other things. And so I keep looking back over at my phone because that's where I'm shooting this video. So if it looks like my eyes are moving, it's like because when I look at, like I'm looking at the camera, I can hardly see anything. It's kind of like out of the corner of my eye. It's so weird. Anyway, hope you guys are doing all right, having a good summer start off so far. So what I'm going to do today is talk about a couple of different things. One is going to be about Doordash, because I do Doordash, and just maybe talk a little bit about what's going on, where are some changes that are happening, things that I'm seeing in my particular market, how it is affecting my work, and also just kind of things that have to do with how things are changing now that the lockdown is pretty much in my area and in other states. They're opening up. What's going to happen with the industry? What's going to be happening with how things change? How you should look at your orders, how you should accept them. Things that I found that are really, really helpful about getting more money from your dash, and how to be more successful, and how to avoid allowing other people's negativity from influencing your ability to dash and be successful at it. And can you still be successful with the changes that are happening, with more people opening up, people going back to work, people going out to restaurants and shopping and not really depending on delivery as much, but yet there's still a demand that's there, and how that works. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. And then also I'm going to be trying a new beverage that I saw in the store. It may be out open in your area. It's backwards. It's the Coca-Cola with coffee, and the flavor is caramel. So I wanted to try that today and give you my first impressions. All right, so let's get started. So I opened this off camera so you could see. I can't do that because I'm holding my phone and I'm talking at the same time. So here we go. I'm gonna try this out. This is what it looks like, kind of hard to see from there. I'll give it a first taste. Try another taste. So, it's not bad. I mean, it tastes like Coca-Cola. It tastes a little bit like caramel. There's kind of a funny, I don't know, kind of a strange kind of taste to it. It's got, maybe it's sugar, or maybe they added something to it. I never really think adding Coca-Cola with coffee, making it better. Why not then Coca-Cola just make a nice coffee drink? Why does it have to have Coca-Cola in it? Really, I'm not really crazy about it. It's really not that. It just, sometimes more isn't always better. It's just more. I think it depends on your taste. It does have caffeine in it, so it's like, I'm going to be sucking this thing down. I'm sucking it down because, yeah, I need a little bit more extra caffeine today. But seriously, it tastes weird. It's just, oh God, yeah. I'd say avoid. Yeah, don't. Just don't. Yeah, don't. I'll suck it down because it's got caffeine in it, but seriously, I have tried this for you and giving you my honest thoughts. I love iced coffee. I love all kinds of different beverages, and I always wanted to try different things. This one, I don't know, what were they thinking? Seriously, what were you thinking, Coca-Cola? Like, you could add coffee to Coca-Cola and then put a flavoring in it? It's some nasty. I'm not going to say the word, but it's a she with a T at the end. What were you thinking? Anyway, there's enough of that. So going on with Doordash. Now, after a year of doing Doordash, I'm noticing a difference in terms of what was happening with my acceptance rate going down more and more. There are some days where I was just turning down orders. And the problem that was happening was that I think what was happening is that because people are just ordering from restaurants, maybe they're not looking at addresses, or maybe the address doesn't pop up at the restaurant, or a fast food. But I was seeing a lot of these $5 orders, $5, $6, and not as many as the 8 and 10. I usually like to work the lunch. Usually breakfast is good on the weekends. I'll put in like 8, get out there early in the morning. It's your choice what you want to do, but I was seeing just a lot of those orders where what they look like if you're a Dasher. They're like these $3, $5, $6, but they're going 15 miles. And I'm thinking, don't these people have restaurants within their mileage range? So it was getting really frustrating. Sometimes I would just work a short day, I'd give up and just feel, man, this is just not going to work out. But after really kind of rethinking it and looking at it a little bit more, I just kind of decided to make some different choices. And also there's been some kind of rumors going around, or some information Doordash is talking about maybe going into what they call a guaranteed wage. Bentley Coop did a really good video on it I saw the other day, and how you should look at different orders. I agree a lot with what he says, because sometimes for some people it's really difficult. If you live 8 miles away or 10 miles away, and maybe there isn't a Sugar Llama or that particular restaurant that is close to you. But I think it's up to you personally as a Dasher to decide what you think is worth your money and your time and your gas, because it is your mileage. I look at it, when I look at mileage, I look at it as the amount of the order, the restaurant. Is it a mid-level restaurant? A lot of people talk about that. Tiers of restaurants. If it's a fast food, or it's a mid-level restaurant, or is it an upper-level restaurant? And then the amount of the order. If you're willing to do a $5 order or a $6 order, I say the best key, sometimes on days like that, it feels like, especially around lunchtime and breakfast, that may be all there is. And so then I just look at the mileage. Am I willing to go maybe a couple miles out of my range, even though it's not the dollar per mile? That's a personal choice. But the thing is, you could either sit around and wait for the perfect order, or you can work. Because you have to think about the option too. It's time, it's idle time. Idle time is time you're sitting there waiting and you're not making any money, because you're getting paid per order. You're getting paid per order. So you can either sit there or you can work. And that is how I gauge my choices and what orders I'm willing to compromise on and orders I'm willing to take. And what I find has been my personal rule of thumb, and this is just my personal opinion. I'm not sponsored by Doordash. I'm not sponsored by anyone. It's just from my 1.5 years of doing Doordash and my experience, and I'm finding what has been working with me and got me out of my slump. So what I do, and I see $5 orders, okay, how far is it going? What is the restaurant? If it's someplace like Genghis Grill, or a high-end deli like Schlotsky's, you got your P.F. Chang's, you've got your Chipotle, Chick-fil-A even. If it's a $5 order, but if it's going maybe 6 miles, or if it's under 6 to 5 miles, should you take that order? Are you worried maybe about going out of your delivery zone? Because in certain areas, going out of your delivery zone could also be a longer ride. But in my opinion, I think if it's like a mile or so, a 2 out of your order range, like if it's like 98 cents, 80 cents a mile, I say, maybe consider that, especially if it's a mid-level restaurant. You may end up getting a little bit more on the top. and could end up paying out more. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But think about, do you want to sit there and wait for that dollar per mile? There is one out there, but you could be sitting longer and waiting longer, and that's time you're not making money. So there's something to think about there. Yesterday I had a really good experience where I heard that Doordash is looking into doing something that is compared to what they call guaranteed wage, where maybe they'll just charge a flat fee to you. You'll get paid a flat fee. You'll get like $7 to $8. I don't know if that's accurate. Leave a comment in there if you know more about this. You get $7 to $8 per order, and it's under the mileage range. So say it's $7, but it's going 6 miles, 3 miles. You get the gist. $8, 7 miles, 6 miles, maybe exactly 8 miles. And it's either a fast food restaurant or any restaurant. It's just like, that's the order. And you're not driving any more out of your range than it would take a little bit to come back, where you could still go and do that order and then get out there. Even though you're maybe slightly out of your delivery range, you'll still get an order that can pull you back in. And so you're not going to be sitting idle as you drive back. You're going to be getting orders. So that's something that I found that has helped me a lot. Maybe compromising a little bit on that dollar per mile, if based on where you're driving to, how much the order is, and the restaurant, and is it a restaurant that has a good reputation for when the food is already ready? Because let's face it, you all have that blacklist. I have my blacklist, places I just will not pick up at, because I know, especially if they stack an order and it's down the street, I know I'm going to be waiting for food and I already have food in my car. Pass. That's just my personal opinion. So yeah, and that's another aspect too on that. So think about it that way. The importance of being busy, because if you're making money, it's money you didn't have before. It's money you didn't have before. Whereas if you sit another 10, 20 minutes waiting for an $8 order or $10 order that's maybe 5 or 6 miles or 3 miles, you're going to wait a while. And every market is different. My market where I'm currently at, in the Midwest, it's okay, but it's not. I don't know, some markets could be better. I would love to be in a market now where I can make $200 a day. I don't know, is anybody seeing that where they are? Leave a comment. I would like that. But anyway, just my thoughts for today. Don't drink this, it's nasty. And also kind of take a look at your orders and how you're accepting them. And also, I say, tell Doordash what you think. I mean, what do you think about the guaranteed wage? I know they're doing it in California. They're doing it in Washington. They're seeing it working, because a lot of the problem that's happening, I guess, is because I know I just stopped accepting orders. I'm not going to drive 15 miles for a $5 order. I'm sorry. Sorry. No. No. So you have to think about that. Some people are willing to do that. Great. Hats off to you. It's your personal choice. But in the meantime, that's it I have for today. It's just some thoughts on that. And if you have any other opinions and thoughts, leave them in the comments. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a while, and hope you all have a great day. Bye now.